Hey everybody, how's it going? I am sorry you guys did not get a video today. If you get a video tomorrow, it'll be the grocery haul. I have not even been able to brush my hair. I can't wear a bra. My shoulder is better than it was yesterday, but not good enough to do anything without really hurting it again. So I have done nothing today. There will be a Little Men Live. Will still be at 8 o'clock tonight. I moved it from last night to tonight. And Freaky Friday, patrons, Freaky Friday will be on time at 9 p.m. Hey, Crooked Bucket bouncing. There's a crooked bucket bouncing. So every joint in my body is the temperature has dropped. Everything's gotten gray, and every joint and muscle in my body is clamping down on me. And I'm saying right here, right now, my neck of the woods probably gonna get rain for 2 days. Hey Angie, did you get the message I sent you that I got from Facebook? I just went, right? I wasn't, because it came back after, she came back after that as well. And I just went, conversations closed, right? I hope I didn't upset you with that, but I'm just not doing this anymore. I'm getting tired of we'll talk later, but I'm getting tired of somebody else playing the victim. They're playing the victim, and it's all bullshit. So, hey, now I'm waiting for everybody to come in, and then I'm going to tell everybody to, it's just, oh, I read the other things you sent too. Well, yeah, at the time I sent them, and why should she be the one to come to you? Because it was my brother's celebration of life. I was in mourning. As a matter of fact, I expected at least a phone call when he died. So why should I be the one? Right? Forget it. I'm done. So yes. Yes. Yes, Angie, yes. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Holy smokes. Nothing. It's pinging all over the place for no reason. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, we're up to 52 people. And when we get past the 65 mark, I'll tell everybody to say hi so that I can shout everybody out. So yeah, I've got a 5-gallon pail of apples that I'm hoping to be able to do tomorrow. And if I do, I will be probably working on them live. So that's that. Oh. I'm telling you, last night when I rolled over in bed, because I sleep on my right side, when I rolled over to the right, I had to put my arm up under my boob and hold it tight like that to roll, so that I wouldn't pull my shoulder again. No, well, a little bit, Joe, but not enough to do anything. I can't even wear a bra. I can't brush my hair. That's why you're getting a tea break, because you only see me from the shoulders up, and I can hide my hair behind my ears, kind of thing. Little over a 5-gallon bucket. Yeah, it's good. Okay, we just hit 63. It was 65, and then 2 people left. Probably just came in to thumbs it down and leave. That's okay. Say hi, everybody. I'm going to give you the next 30 seconds for everybody to say hi so I could shout you out. Oh, I got an itch. Oh, God, and the sad part is this is my bad shoulder, but it's my good shoulder that went. Oh, there we go. Oh. So, hi. All right. And 30 seconds it's been. Let's pop out the participants list and say hello to Angela Bassmore. Seashell. Aloha, my ladies. Charles Bauer. Cranky Goose. There's a new one I've never heard of. E.D. Flavina Derrick. Frida Cassidy. Joe Mama. Karen Lester, Karen Ludwig, Karen Smith, Catsy, Kathy Ponder, Laura's Little Homestead, Linda Bob, Michelle Jones, Minnesota Farmer's Wife, Julie, Crooked, Bucket, Roxanne, Sandra, Sarah, Charlene, Sherry Lee, Small Town Shanty, there's another new one, Susan Moreno, Sybil V, Tinker Bouncin', Tina Elliott, Troy Sutton, and We Be Buzzin'. How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday. Yes, we're going to have our Freaky Friday tonight, patrons. Shout out to my patrons. Thank you for your patience. We're going to have Freaky Friday tonight, 9 o'clock as usual. I just won't be doing any, if I do any dancing, I won't be doing it with this arm. You know what I mean? Hey, Kelly T, Lisa Allen, Roseanne. How's everybody? Is everybody ready for the weekend? There's no race this weekend. Looks like it's going to rain all weekend. I'm probably going to be working on dehydrating apples. Tonight, Briar's making supper. Howie's doing the groceries, so there'll be a grocery video tomorrow. And Briar's making wraps for supper. Although I'm not filming that because he just doesn't want to do that on video. So it's been a long week. It's been a short week. We had Labor Day off on Monday. It's only been long for me because I've been in so much pain between my knee and my hip, and then my shoulder and my left elbow. My right shoulder and my left elbow, I've been kind of buggered all week. And now there's rain coming and my whole body's like, I thought it was a fibro flare, but now the fibro flare is coming because I can feel everything going like this. That's the way it feels. Like everything's kind of crushing in on me, on itself. You bought yourself a steam canner. Oh, good for you. Small Town Shanty, I'm Choke Cherry Syrup. Just started following you and I love it. So are you Canadian? Whereabouts in our wonderful country? Make no mistake, folks, when I talk about politics and stuff, I love my country. It's my country. I love it. I'm just ashamed of my government. That's all. I haven't checked to see what the weather is going to be this weekend. It's beautiful here right now, so I got to mow today at some point. Haven't in like a week and a half because it's been so wet. Saskatchewan on the border of moving to Montana soon. Howie and I talk about moving, although I don't think we have a move in us. Right? We've got things pretty much the way we want them here. The only problem is I can't get up and down the basement stairs. So, who knows? I don't know how things are going to go, but if we talk about moving, we talk about moving to Alberta. And, hey, Kim, how's it going? Hi, Laura's Little Homestead. So, Saskatchewan. So, well, everybody say hello and welcome to Small Town Shanty, a new member of our internet family. I used to say YouTube family, but now it's internet family because I'm on Rumble too. You know what I mean? So, moved to Maple Creek. We are also on the border of Alberta. Cool. Hey, yellow bird. Hey, Andrea, haven't spoken to you in a while. Wow, a lot of folks coming in today. Thank you, everybody, for making Small Town Shanty. We're just going to call her Shanty. Welcome to our live stream. Like I said, things have been really, really slow. I appreciate everybody who watches my old videos and, and puts a playlist on and lets it run, because it gets pretty scary. I know I bitch. I know I bitch sometimes about all the work I have to do in the spring, in the summer, and in the fall. But I'm always able to get through it. And right now I'm not. And it's enough to scare, put some more white streaks in my hair. But I will get there. It would suck moving when you have everything set up that works. Everything but the basement. I can't get down the basement. So I don't know what's going to happen, but at some point I'm going to have to put a stair lift in, or a chair lift in, or something. Thank you, Michelle. I'm not here to bitch. I'm just here to visit and say hi to everybody, because I haven't been able to put up a video, right? Like soon I'm going to go out and I'm going to clear off the island and stuff. And then God bless Briar, he brought me a cup of tea. Did you leave the tea bag in, son? Did you leave the tea bag in? Yeah. Awesome. So I'm going to, when Howie comes home with shopping, I'll do a shopping video. And then tomorrow I will probably go live while I do apples. Briar's going to wash them all for me. And because I want to save the peels and the cores and try my hand at vinegar again. I got something in my pantry, a half-gallon jar. It's got this much stuff in the bottom, and it looks like dried out mother, and it smells like booze. So I might actually throw that in the bucket with the peels and the cores. Is that you, Howard? Oh, okay, it's Briar. Hey, Paula, how are you? Hey, we be jamming, old critters. I followed your advice, and I'm dehydrating my cabbage and turning my tomatoes down as sauce. There you go. Did I see Tom Petty? Terry Petty. Anyway, kids are loading on the bus. Gotta go. Well, it was nice. I didn't even get to say hello. Hey, Katrina, babe. Hey, Terry Petty. I filmed making crabapple jelly, which is how I found your channel, and will post my channel, Learning So Much. Oh, there you go. Hey, Phoebe. Her lives are the first ones I joined and made me feel like family. Well, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be somebody I'm not. I don't know how to do that anymore, and I'm really grateful. Andrea's from Florida, but I'm rooting for you and Pierre. Love seeing him give it to Trudeau. Oh, my goodness. I should actually do a live over on Rumble, because it's crazy. It's just going to what's going. But thank you. Thank you. Who said that? Who said that? No, just for a visit, Sandra. Just for a visit. Briar's going to the dentist on Thursday, and then I'm taking him home because he's got other things he's got to get going. If you are not, I don't drink him a do. Mommy's got to be careful. Hang on a second, folks. Please excuse that I don't have a problem. But Grace, just a minute. Let Mommy get in position. Easy. Easy. Now with this shoulder, I cannot put my arm all the way down and then back. It won't let my arm go back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. A big old whiff of Mummy's cleavage. Is that the Mummy place? Is that This is her security. This is when she wants real mummy time. She sticks her face in my cleavage, and I have to play with her ears. My goodness. Easy, easy, mommy. So, thank you, baby. You got to get down. Mommy scratch you from here, okay? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Sorry about that, folks. Gracie's her mummy's baby. She 8 years old, but still. Hey, Tara J. Have I missed anybody? Hi, Denise, Kathy Ponder, Sherry Leach. For sharing all your knowledge. It's not, I guess it is knowledge, but it's also, it's not, I wasn't born with this knowledge, okay? I learned it. And in the past 15 years, next month I'll be 15 years, and I wanted to do a giveaway, and I just can't right now. I just can't do a giveaway right now. So we'll see, you know. But in the past 15 years, you know, you guys have, a lot of you guys have been with me right from my very first videos where I didn't know what the hell I was doing, right? I mean, how long did it take me to learn to do? Well, I couldn't do lives before because I didn't have an adequate internet and stuff. So, I mean, you guys have been with me learning as I learn, right? So I think more people are going back from days ago cooking. Well, that's the thing, right? If we, you know, they almost got us. They almost had us so that we didn't know how to look after ourselves. And I remember when Briar was just a baby, right? I had got chickens for the first time because my landlord, like, we bought a house a couple of years later, but at the time our landlord, we lived on an acre with a couple of apple trees and a little old pole barn that we turned into a big chicken coop. And that's when I started learning. And I'm telling you, this is going back before we could afford a cordless phone, not a cell phone, cordless phone, right? My baby monitor, my kids slept upstairs and Howie and I slept downstairs off of the living room in another bedroom. And my baby monitor was wired. Howie had it. Thank God there was like 100 feet of wire or something, because Howie had to go all across the door jams and up under the side of the stairs, and so I could put the baby monitor. That's when I started this journey. Like, I've always been someone who wanted to live in the country, and like, I was gardening at 14. I started my first garden at 14, right? So the journey has always been there, right? And I often say I don't think my elders knew I was paying attention, because I was a hyperactive kid. I had issues with heavy metals and stuff like that. Hi, Corey. Hearing a story from my dad about you. You had baby goats and one wasn't doing well, and you brought it in the house. Oh, shit, yeah. The last babies born here, I believe, were Ditto and Snots. And they had to be, we had like 3 straight weeks of 40 below weather. And my goats, my beehives, everything died. But I had my two first baby goats ever born here were Clover and Blossom, and they were both pregnant with twins. And Clover died. And I got the vet out here because I couldn't get Blossom on her feet. And what was Ditto's dad's name? I called him Ditto. I called him Ditto because he looked just like his dad. So the vet came out and did an emergency C-section on Blossom, and I had 2 baby goats. One did not do well at first. One I had to fight to live, right? I had to fight with him to survive. But yeah, they had to be brought in the house because I had to feed them. It was 40 below, and they had no mother to feed them. So it was nuts. At night, I would lay bath mats in the bottom of my tubs so they wouldn't slip, with the non-slip backing. And then I would lay blankets in. And then I would I would feed the babies and put them in the tub. And when they got bigger, I had to put a gate up on the tub. And then when I would get up for the day, I would bring them out. I would put a gate up to my bedroom, and then I'd put another gate in the hallway so they'd have like a playpen in the hallway. And I just kept I would put blankets down, and I would wash the blanket. I was washing blankets every day. So I thought I had goat lice. It wasn't goat lice. It was a reaction to a medication they had me on. Found out because lice don't cross species. That's an update. I never did have it. So, hey, Lena K. Well, I mean, you're going to do something. You're going to do it right, eh? But I mean, but back then, when we bought our first house, like when Briar was a baby, I got laying hens. And then and I put in a garden. And the following year, I still had laying hens, but I got meat birds and I got turkeys. And that was when we found out that there was a a processing place not far away that we could take the chickens to, because we didn't know how to do it. Well, I did one, but I mean, we made a mess of it. But no, there was Snots and Ditto. Those were the 2 white babies born via C-section of Blossom. And Howie, and both the babies, both Clover's babies were girls, but she died before we could get to them. But when we bought our first house, we only had a 1/4 acre. And this whole thing started again. We had meat birds, we had chickens, we had turkeys, we had a garden. I bought a pressure canner, and I went, and that's when it started. And I made sure then, from that point on, that for me to feel safe in a house, I have to have a dug well, a wood stove, and enough room to garden, right? So that's when the whole self-sufficiency thing started. And I remember talking to my brother, God rest his soul, my brother Bob, and he's saying, why? And I said, because if someone, I said, because someday, this is knowledge that's being lost. And I said, and what if all the power went off for 3 days? And my freezer started to thaw. I want to know how to pressure can, and I'd have to have a wood stove to do it. And he goes, I said, I want to know that I am capable of looking after that if the power goes out. He said, Bev, I said, hell, if I had a cook stove, because when we had a cook stove that Howie got me as a wedding gift, and that thing would hold a 39-pound turkey when my oven wouldn't. I know it because I cooked one. But I had to sell the wood stove when we moved because there was no room for it in our little smaller house that we bought. But I had a wood burning airtight. And remember Granny ringing chicken neck man? Yep, absolutely. We had twins and the mother was trying to kill them. We had to bring our 2 babies in for the winter. Yeah. So and my brother said, Bev, grandma, our grandmothers damn near killed themselves cooking and canning and shit on wood stoves. Why would you go back to that? I said, I wouldn't go back to that, Bob. But what I'm saying is it's nice to have the knowledge, right? So when we moved here, the seed exchange, absolutely. Listen, folks, I'm going to do that again. I'm going to give you the email addresses. Hang on a second. Give me a second. I got to go into my mail here. Okay. And here we go. Here is the email for the USA, and here is for Canada. Now, here's what we're doing. This is a yearly thing. This is, I think, our third year or our fourth year, our third year. And it's being divided into American and Canadian this year. The Seeds of Hope greeting card exchange takes place in November every year. Okay. And what we do is anybody who wants to join, this is what you're undertaking. So listen before you join. Okay. You commit to sending 5 greeting cards. All right. You give us your name and your address, and you commit to sending 5 people, probably total strangers, but usually people from here. You're going to send the 5 people a greeting card at Christmas time. Doesn't have to be Christmas. If you don't believe in Christmas, send a thinking of you card or a happy Hanukkah card. The card is just the vessel for the packet of seeds, right? So you send in your name and your address, your proper name. Don't send Tigger Bounce and an address, right? Send Wendy and Wendy, and full name and address. Put in the subject line, Seeds of Hope greeting card exchange. And when we've gathered all the names, there will be a cutoff date. Okay, there will be a cutoff date. When the cutoff date is reached, no more people will be able to join, and you will get a list of 5 names. I am the Canadian one, and Seeds of Hope Exchange, USA Seeds of Hope Exchange is for the American. That's from Alice. Okay. No, I don't eat okra. So, yes, I'm medicated, guys, by the way. I have to be right now. So, if you join the Seeds of Hope greeting card exchange, you send in your name and address, you put in the subject line, Seeds of Hope greeting card exchange, and you commit to sending 5 greeting cards to the 5 addresses that you get back. And in those 5 greeting cards, you put a packet of garden seeds each. Now, the reason Alice is doing United States and I'm doing Canada is so we can hopefully match people up. Like, I wouldn't give seeds that I would give to somebody in Vancouver. I wouldn't give them the same seeds in Nova Scotia, because they're 2 different ends of the growing zone kind of deal, right? So you're going to send out 5 greeting cards, each with a packet of seeds. And then what happens is your name goes to the bottom of the list, and then the next person on the list gets the next 5 down. And what happens is we don't mail anything out until after the 25th of November by December 1st. 25th of November to December 1st is when you mail out the cards. And by December, you should be getting back 5 to 8 greeting cards with packets of seeds in them, basically a whole garden. Now, here's one of the reasons why we do it. We have a lot of folks out there who don't have a lot of friends, who don't have a lot of family, right? Who it's wonderful to get greeting cards. It's good for them to get greeting cards. It's a physical sign that this group, that people in this group are reaching out to you and thinking of you. That's why it's called the Seeds of Hope. And we share seeds so that we all have a bountiful garden to the best of our abilities every year, right? Ebby Iggy! Hi, Claire. No, my shoulder is not better. That's why I'm not wearing a bra and why my hair isn't brushed. So, but we are going to patrons. Shout out to patrons. Yes, tonight is Freaky Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Please let me know if you want to know more about Patreon. I'm going to tell you anyway. Patreon, I have a Patreon account called Connected Respectful Hearts. And this is where, because I've asked people a long time ago to stop tipping me on YouTube, because YouTube takes 45% and of even my tips. And it's not that I don't appreciate it. I just don't think YouTube should be getting 45% of your money. So if you want to send me a $5 tip, you can do it on Patreon. It's once a month, right? That's American. It's $7.50 Canadian. Now listen, before I go any further, I'm telling you, I'm not asking anybody to join Patreon. I'm just making you aware of that it's out there. And what Patreon is, it's a place for people to show support. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do live streams that are unlisted for patrons only. Sometimes the topics get really, really personal and the live streams have to be deleted. But the truth is on Mondays and Wednesdays, patrons can ask to have a card reading, an oracle card reading, on Mondays and Wednesdays, but only twice in a month. Otherwise, the information gets muddy. I'll lose clarity when the same people are asking for card readings. So every Monday and Wednesday, you can get a free card reading on the unlisted live. All you have to do is ask. And Friday, sometimes Saturdays, but 9 times out of 10, it's Freaky Friday, is where we get together on Friday night in an unlisted live stream. And we dodge the copyright police, listen to music, turn on the disco lights, and shake off and scrape off any negativity from the week. Now, that's $5 a month US or $7.50 a month Canadian. And patrons will tell you that Freaky Friday alone every week is worth that $5 a month. I'm just saying what my patrons have given me leave to say. So that's what Patreon is. So if you want to see what it's all about, you can come in for a month. You can spend your $5, call it a tip for the month, and then stay the month and see if you like it. And then you say, no, I don't like it, and you cancel your subscription. But you do get a discount if you pay for the whole year. Patrons, coming in November, apparently they're trying to tell, I don't know if it's an iPhone thing, but they're changing it so that you don't get billed on the first of every month. You're going to get billed on the day. Like if you start a membership, say on the 15th of the month, you won't be billed again until the 15th of the following month. Because some people come in on the 15th and then they get billed again on the 1st and they go, what the hell? Right? So starting in November, I do believe you will be getting billed on a regular basis from the date of the month that you started. Enough said about that. Okay. Hey, Judy, you're canning spaghetti sauce today. Well, I am going to peel and dehydrate apples tomorrow. And I don't think my pears are any good. Howie picked all the pears he could reach, and they weren't ripe. And so they're no good. So they're going to go to the deer. I'm hoping next year that I get pears and apricots next year, because now I have 3 apricot trees. And the one apricot tree that I had where the mate kept dying, I bought 2 mates and they both died, is not self-pollinating. So it's needed a pollinator for like 5 or 6 years. So I got 2 apricot trees and they both survived. And here's a tip. I found out that when all the leaves fall and they're all turning and starting to fall, I'm going to get Howie to rake me a bunch of leaves around the bases of the apricot trees, because they have a tendency to bloom early and then get hit with frost. So if we make a nice thick layer of leaves around the base of the trees, it will insulate them, and they won't come into bud as fast, because the ground around them will stay frozen longer. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. You can wrap your pears in paper. Yeah, but they shouldn't have been picked. But maybe I'll go through them. We'll see. I want to try sourdough. Then why not? You can do sourdough easily. You know, I'm actually going to get sourdough going this winter, because I'm going to be baking bread all winter, because this $4 and $5 a loaf is nuts. There you go, just viewing. Thank you. Our son and his significant other and our grandson are coming for the weekend. I made blueberry pie, chili, rolls, and apple crisp. You know, I wish I could do those things. I really do, but my son's gluten intolerant. So if he comes, that's why we're hoping to go down for a little visit for one Saturday in the next month, so that we can have a visit. And I can, yeah, but I like to be, I have to be able to pay for the gas. And then I have to be able to, I like to order out for everybody. And Arthur's gluten. So he has this place that's Vietnamese. Oh, they make the best spring rolls. Hey, Edie. I haven't had blueberry pie in years. I'm pretty sure I still have canned blueberries in syrup. And that's real easy. You just strain the juice off, pour the blueberries in the pie shell, mix a little bit of cornstarch and butter in that juice, and whip it up until it's thick on the stove. Pour it over and bake it. Absolutely fair enough, Bev. Just trying to let you know how my day is going. What did I miss? Oh, I'm glad. That's awesome, right? I had a lovely visit with Arthur and Bubba on Discord yesterday, and Uncle Briar got in, and it was cool. It was cool. We had some fun. We played peekaboo and tickle by proxy. Does anybody know what tickle by proxy is? I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but we're on FaceTime, right? And I'm going to tickle you. And he looks at me like, how are you going to do that? And the saucy little bum pulls up his shirt. And I'm going to get your belly. And as soon as I can't do it with this arm. As soon as I got right up to the camera and he's watching it, Arthur's hand sneaks out and tickles his belly for me. He's like, whoa! It was fun. We had a lovely, I don't know, just viewing. Not anymore. That's all I can say. So yeah, we'd like to go down one more time. I would love to go up, take the motorhome and go up and visit my best friend in Apsley around Thanksgiving. But it's, it's a lot of money. for gas and stuff. And what I'd like, and if it means seeing my best friend and seeing my grandson and my son, I got to see my grandson. Well, I only have Discord for Arthur and Briar because Arthur doesn't do Facebook. He's dead set against Facebook. So FaceTiming is out of the question, right? Is amazing. My son in the military kept in touch with his son via those programs. They have both made the world a smaller place. Absolutely. Hey, Phoebe. Hey, Jennifer. Don't forget Epicure is 100% gluten-free. So you can use that. You know what, Jennifer? Would you be upset if I gave him that tea set? That and like all the stuff you sent me, would you be upset if I gave that to him as a gift? Hey, just me. How's it going? But you know, things are going different. Things are going in different directions right now. I also have to let my shoulder heal because hunting season for bow hunters starts. What's the date? In a month. And I can't pull the bow. I should look up hand crank, like the cranks. They have a little crank where you can put it on and do this. If he can, you are welcome. Oh, well, if he can use it. Thank you, Jennifer. I wonder if that's why your shoulder is bothering you. No, I haven't used the bow in over a week. I think it was the chopping of the zucchini. I think it was the chopping of the zucchini because I felt it. No, it wasn't the celery. I think it was when I was doing beans and zucchini. Remember, I was snapping beans and chopping zucchini. I think it was the chopper. So we'll see. Hopefully tomorrow I can. Yeah, I'll be able to crank the apples tomorrow. But the problem is getting the apples on. You know, I got to make sure my arm doesn't go backwards. This arm doesn't go backwards. So sucks getting old, don't it? Especially when you got severe arthritis, severe osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and fibromyalgia. Oh, did I drop an F-bomb? I'm sorry. Yeah. I use mine for carrots, canning, and my shoulder hurts real bad. Okay, just me. Was it you who sent me that chopper? Somebody sent me that chopper. Have you tried using turmeric? It's great for pain. You got to use a lot of it. And I keep wanting to do some. I think I'm gonna, before winter comes, I'm gonna find a way to do some juicing with fennel, with turmeric. And remember, whenever you use turmeric, you always, like if you're putting powder in a drink or if you're putting fresh turmeric in a juicer, always add a little bit of pepper. You don't absorb it properly without pepper. Okay. It's kind of like calcium. You don't absorb calcium very well without magnesium, right? No? Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Fibromyalgia, I have it. Some days are unbearable. Well, it's a cluster of chaos in my body right now, right? I hurt my knee and my hip sitting down. Instead of sitting down properly in the chair, I always thumped down on my dad's chairs. Thank God he built them as solid as he did. But when I went in, I went in sideways and my knee went one way and my hip went the other. And that was last week. So I couldn't get up and down out of the porch because of my knee. So Briar's been putting greasy in and out for me. And I sit and it was when I was doing the beans and chopping the zucchini that I probably did my shoulder in. So it's like, and now I swear there's 2 days of damp and drizzling rain coming because my body's folding in on itself. Feels like all my muscles are starting to shrink. It's the weirdest feeling. I have a cup of wild lettuce tea before I go to bed for any pain. I haven't been able to go out and harvest any. I haven't been able to go out and harvest any. So maybe, and you should do it, and you really should harvest it in the spring when the sap is really fresh and that's at its strongest, if you're going to do that. But we can't talk about that here. Hi, Susie. Yes, you're here late, but guess what? I'm going to go live on Rumble. So we can talk about what's going on in Canada and the US that we can't talk about here on YouTube. So I'm going to say, if you, Seashell, is Linda here? Did I see Linda? If you guys would put up my Rumble Let's Talk link. Hey, Bob Break, we're about to go to Rumble. For now, however, I dehydrated dandelion and my husband finds it helps him with pain. Okay, there is my Rumble channel. I'm going to go put some cream on my shoulder. There's my Rumble channel. Rumble's kind of like YouTube, all right? You go over there, you make an account, and then you subscribe to my Beverly Wolfe or Mrs. Wolfe Let's Talk channel, okay? And that way you will get a notification when I'm going to go live. And I'm going to go live in about a half an hour on Rumble. Okay. All right. I hope so. I'm working tomorrow, whether I can manage it, whether there's pain or not. I can't wait another day. All right. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. I will see you on Rumble. I'm going to say 3:15 to 3:30. Okay. Mwah. Take care. God bless. And thanks for your prayers. Thanks for your prayers. And thanks for just being patient with me getting old and more pain. Right. I love you guys. Don't ever forget that, please.